for now, we're going to open the program with another proud Pinoy moment in August, because August 20th at the Walt Disney Concert Hall, the songs of original Filipino music, or OPM icon Jose Marichan, will be played, arranged by the Filipino American Symphony Orchestra. So JMC, an icon in OPM, original Filipino music, for the first time will be sitting in the audience, as he is also excited to see how FASO, the Filipino American Symphony Orchestra, will be interpreting a lot of his songs in a concert. So we sat down with him via Zoom. He's not yet here, but he's traveling. And he talked to us about what he's most excited about this event, which is so happening.
I'm your Peter Pan. You know Peter Pan?
Yes.
The boy who grew up but never grew old. So my music has kept me young all these years.
How are you? Thank you so much for making time. How have you been?
I got COVID twice. The first time was in 2020.
Okay.
And then I got over that. And then recently, about 2 weeks ago, I caught COVID again. Fortunately, I never lost my sense of taste.
Okay.
So I recovered from that after only 7 days.
Wow.
But I continue to be vigilant, cautious. I hardly go out. I work from home.
Now I'm starting to think, because what you were saying, it's like describing what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling. So I'm definitely going to get that test. But what I'm bummed about is this voice, because I wanted to do a duet with you.
Oh, well, there's still time. August. But you know, Jannelle, I will not be singing on August 20. It will be the FASO Symphony playing my music, and they'll have the Meister singers, but I will not be part of the concert. I will be in the audience making pala, the applause.
How did this project come to be?
I first met the conductor, Robert Schroeder, back in the Philippines when he was a member of the Manila Chamber Orchestra. That was many years ago, and he has since moved to the United States. And he was able to be part of this Filipino American Symphony Orchestra. And it was his idea to stage a concert featuring my music over the last 55 years.
I've been 55 years already?
Yeah, I made my first recording in 1967.
When you were 6 years old?
You're flattering me.
Beautiful girl, wherever you are.
I'm 77 years old now.
Wow, you look 50.
It's the attitude, Jannelle. So I always keep that sense of wonder, discovering new things. You know, a lot of challenges in my sugar business, because that's my main occupation. There's a lot of challenges and a lot of problems, but I try to tackle them, you know, joyfully. Yeah, because life is a gift, and don't waste the moment.
And you know what? People will always remember you for the many songs, but also for the gift that we hear every Christmas time. I think it's on top of the playlist of several radio stations in the Philippines as soon as September 1st strikes, which is officially the Christmas season in the Philippines, right?
Let's sing Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
Are we gonna hear that, first of all, that song in August?
I presume that they're going to include my Christmas in Our Hearts. I presume, but
Right.
I'm not very sure.
So when they said, you know, they want to play your songs over the 55 years, did you consult on the playlist? Did you have a say on, like, you know?
No, I gave them the free hand. I sent them my CDs, and then from those songs, they chose what they wanted to arrange instrumentally.
Right. So you must be as excited as we all are for August 20th.
Yes, I'm excited because to me, I'm excited. I'm curious as to see how they interpret my music. My songs have a personality, have a unique personality, but how they color it, how they present it is uniquely different. So I'm looking forward to those interpretations.
What do you
Okay.
think are the 5 songs that are going to be at the concert?
Well, it's natural for me to presume that they're going to play Beautiful Girl
Yes. Okay.
because that's one of my biggest hits.
Right.
And I also expect them to play Please Be Careful With My Heart.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah, because that became even more popular when ABS-CBN made a teleserie using that song as the theme. And I'd like to presume that they will play Christmas in Our Hearts and Perfect Christmas, because those two are my most popular Christmas songs. Let me be surprised. Let me go into the Disney Concert Hall with an open mind and an eager anticipation as to what to hear. Grateful every day, and I thank God for the gift of life and for the gift of good health and for the gift of my music. What I do with that gift is my gift back to God.
That is beautiful. You know, you have that gift, you have that talent for singing and songwriting as well. Now, let me tell you, I know it might be difficult. I'm going to ask you some tricky questions. If you were to choose one, singing or songwriting?
Both singing and songwriter have to go hand in hand. I've had many songs interpreted by other artists. To name a few, the Apo Hiking Society recorded my song, Ang Nobya Kong Sexy. Celeste Legazpi has recorded one of my songs called Mamang Sorbetero, Ano Ngalan Mo. Anthony Castello has recorded Hahanapin Ko,
Yes.
Awit. And also that was interpreted recently by Lea Salonga. Many others have interpreted my songs, and I'm grateful to each and every one of them. But I cannot divide myself between a singer and a songwriter, because I write my songs, and to me, the best way to interpret it is by myself, the one who wrote it.
What would you say is the unique JMC or Jose Marie Chan sound or feel or tone?
Da 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 dee da 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 da. What song is that, Jannelle?
Let's sing Merry Christmas.
Okay, all right. So it's easy to sing. It's hummable,
Yes.
and so catchy. But it has to be complemented with the right set of lyrics. They have to complement each other. As a good song is a good marriage between words and music.
How do you come up with songs? Does the melody come first or the lyric? Or do you sit down and plan to write a song? Or does it hit you when you're driving?
Many times when I was living in the US, I would be driving from work to the house, and sometimes a melody would just come in. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hey, that's a nice melody. And then when I get home, I go to the piano. Dang, 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 dang. Da, 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 dang, 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 dang. And then I work in it over a few days, sometimes weeks, before I can come up with the lyrics.
Tell me your name. You're lovely.
Another time, I was riding a plane and I was looking at the clouds. The clouds didn't seem to be moving, but actually I knew that those clouds, if you look again after 10 minutes, the formation has changed.
Yes.
So that's how I got the inspiration for
We're all like clouds that move across the sky.
because life's a constant change. Nothing stays the same.
Oh my gosh.
You know that song, Constant
Yes,
Change?
I know that song, but you still haven't mentioned one of my favorite songs of yours.
What song is this?
I'm gonna try to sing it because I practiced it before my voice went away. Fancy meeting you alone in
Yeah.
the crowd.
It's called Can We Just Stop and Talk a While?
I
And,
love that song.
Yeah. And I imagine myself as a single person
Uh-huh.
walking into a coffee shop, and I notice a pretty girl seated at the table by herself. And the temptation is for me to smile at her, that to approach her and say, "Hi, are you expecting anyone? May I share this? May I share this table with you?"
Can we just stop and talk a while?
What message would you give to Filipino parents out there? How do we encourage and instill and encourage the love for music in our children?
Exposing them is first and foremost, exposing them either on radio or, listening to the right music. I don't want to put down the modern music, the rap. I'm not much into rap. I know it's coming back in a big way, but there's no melodic content. You know what I mean? It's all just beat and, repeating. So I would encourage, let's say, my children, which I did, to listen to the music of the 50s, the 40s, the 60s, the 70s, filled with melodic lines. Yeah.
My 6-year-old sings Rainy Days and Mondays, and my 3-year-old sings Rocket Man.
Okay. Elton John.
Yes. So we let them listen to a lot of different genres of music as well. But another thing, your message to artists, because it has changed a bit with social media, making it easier to access your audience as an artist or putting your music out there, self-producing, but it's still not that easy. What is your message to the artists out there who may be struggling, trying to find their voice or finding an outlet for their voice?
Take on a career in business or engineering or medicine, but always have that music as your hobby, as your passion, because I cannot assure you that you'll make a lot of money in music, especially these days with the social media. Things are changing. Nobody buys CDs anymore. Nobody buys records anymore. So I don't really know how to advise you to how to monetize your work. So, but keep on writing, but take on a more stable career.
Coming from a parent, right, who's also an artist, I think that's a very sound advice, which worked for you, which I think is also good because you had a stable business and then you kept it as a hobby that in turn you got to do and you got to earn from as well.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm thrilled, I'm honored and excited. Honored because I think I'm the first Filipino artist whose music will be performed at that Disney Concert Hall. So let us honor our country. Let us honor the Filipino music, original Filipino music, which will be given tribute by the FASO, Filipino American Symphony Orchestra, under the baton of my good friend, Robert Schroeder. And it will be an exciting evening. I'm excited myself to go and listen and watch. I'm interested to listen to their interpretation of my works.